You know how we're always talking about how quickly things change in the NFL week to week, right? That's why the NFL is king.
Sure, yeah.
This is just ESPN analytics, so this isn't, Vegas, although maybe Vegas is the same thing. I haven't looked at DraftKings this morning. The Lions have a 21% chance to win the NFC, which is number one in the NFC. So a week or two ago, right? They looked like they were struggling.
Yeah, the Packers are going undefeated.
Yeah, Packers looked like they're the new hotness, and all of a sudden now the Lions are back to being the favorites.
So what happened to the Packers on Sunday? I know they lost.
They couldn't score.
They couldn't score.
Why couldn't they score?
The Browns' defense is
defense is
probably the best defense in football.
Really?
Well, they have the only issue the Packers have is their offensive line sucks. And
that's not a small
Browns, but that's like the only issue they have. The rest of the team's fine. But the Browns' defensive line is outstanding because they have Myles Garrett.
Okay.
And they just couldn't. There's a thing that went viral yesterday where his offensive line can't block him and they're just turning and yelling, "Run, Jordan," because they can't stop him.
Okay.
So that's their issue.
All right. It's going to be hard to make it to the Super Bowl with a really bad offensive line.
Yeah, that's true, buddy.
So how did they look so good for 2 games before that?
It takes a couple weeks for people to figure out.
Yeah, and they played the they played the Lions, who hadn't found their
groove.
And then they played the Commanders, who had a beat-up quarterback.
All right, so I just said ESPN analytics say the Lions have the best chance of winning the NFC. What does DraftKings say? Most likely to win the NFC.
Eagles.
Plus 380, Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Lions are plus 475, so the Eagles are favored ahead of the Lions.
The Pack.
And the Packers also plus 380. So the Eagles and Packers tied for the most likely, and the Lions are right behind them. The Vikings are 8th.
Yeah.
Eagles, Packers, Lions, Commanders, Niners, but man, again, they're just injury riddled.
Yeah.
Rams, Buccaneers, and then the Vikings. At 16-1 to win the NFC.
Bucs are 3-0.
Yeah.
But all three of them. How about this? I think this is correct. Somebody can tweet me if this is wrong. I thought I heard on SportsCenter a day or so ago, the Buccaneers are the first team in NFL history to start 3-0 by scoring in the final 60 seconds of the game to be 3-0.
You are correct.
All 3 winning scores last minute of the game.
Yep.
Nail biters, all 3 of them, but all 3 have gone their way.
Reminiscent of the Vikings, 3 years ago? How many games did the Vikings win by less than 7 points or something?
Close ones, but maybe not in the last 60 seconds. But sure, the Vikings under KOC have been awesome in one-score games.
And Tampa hosts the Eagles on Sunday.
Oh, come on in.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right, time for the news.
Yeah, it's time for the news.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
We love you, St. Paul Saints. We're looking forward to next year already. SaintsBaseball.com. Let's get on down to CHS Field. I have a long list of people that I'd like you to bring in next year. We talked about a couple of them yesterday.
Who were they yesterday?
Yesterday was Sika and Tracy Lords.
Yep.
Yep. I have a long list. I'm excited to get to that. And some good ideas and some bad ideas and some things that I'm sure won't be allowed by law.
Like moving spots around in a break?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that anymore.
Corey.
Again, I am just a bystander.
Why do you do this to us, Bonus?
Can I ask you a question?
Do
you think...
Hi, Muss.
Hi, Muss. Do you think that...
Hi, guys.
Aquarius water conditioning and standard water control systems do the same thing?
Close enough to not be back-to-back commercials.
But am I allowed to move them?
No, don't you ever move those.
Why did you say that, Corey?
Because it's Tuesday. I'm legally required to say things that we would like to air out.
Drivers are being told to do better and buckle while driving. The director of traffic safety said the percentage of Minnesota drivers wearing seatbelts is at an all-time high, yet too many deaths are still happening DPS data shows Minnesota motorists who did not buckle up accounted for 20% of the road fatalities in 2024. Minnesota laws require all drivers and passengers to wear seatbelts or place children in correctly fitted car seats.
Isn't it nuts when you're 12, 13 years old? You're like, I don't want to wear a seatbelt. Screw this, right? And your parents have to yell at you and you go, make sure you buckle up. What are you doing? Buckle up. And now as an adult, I can't imagine driving down the road without a seatbelt on. It would feel so weird.
Yeah.
Well, bonus.
Kids are dumb.
Did you not get the memo from iHeart yesterday?
Yeah.
We are not allowed to wear seatbelts anymore.
Bonus.
Well, they want us dead, I guess.
Bonus in hockey. We remember back when they would we'd actually hide the seatbelts.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't want to just sit on that.
Right.
We'll just tuck it underneath.
Tuck them into the seat.
baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
Stuff them on down.
Yep.
You do not want to sit on that.
My Chemical Romance is coming to Minneapolis. The New Jersey pop punk emo band will perform at Target Field in August of 2026. They're doing their Black Parade tour, which is cool. Great record. And I know my main man, Mark Parrish, is excited to hear that this morning. If he's awake yet, he's not. But he will be when he wakes up.
Man, Chris, I knew you were into them right back in the day, right? Because I think Alex was as well.
Loved them.
I missed that My Chemical Romance wave. And when I see they're playing essentially stadiums now, I'm like, man, I had no idea they were that big.
Same.
Because they didn't leave a mark on me at all. So I'm floored that they're as big as they are. But man, they have a gigantic fan base.
I want to clean up your
Huge.
luck with all the lies in the books. Man, that's a great record. That's a great record. But anyway, if you want to see...
Whole generation loves them.
If you want to see Mark Parrish's eyes light up, man, tell him it's night time, or play some My Chemical Romance. Yep. Yep. Loves it. Spirit Airlines says it will furlough a third of its flight attendants. It's according to the Wall Street Journal, which cited a message sent by COO John something or other to employees on Monday. Follows the Spirit filing for bankruptcy for the second time in less than a year last month. Boy, that'll make you confident getting on the plane, won't it?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever flown on Spirit.
I think you'd fit in.
honest.
We got
I think you'd
Spirit.
fit
Yes,
right
we
in.
do. We got
Yeah,
Spirit. How
you'd
about
fit
you?
right in.
I've flown on some weird airlines. I bet you.
Weird ones?
Just ones, airlines you don't know anymore, like where you pull up
Chuck's plane?
You're in an airport where like the baggage claim is a garage, like somebody's garage.
Where are you going?
A bunch of chickens in cages get thrown out of the plane with you.
Enough beers, it doesn't matter, right?
Chrissy, we're saving money. And what are you talking about?
Here's an interesting story for you. NBA forward Kevin Durant has access to his Bitcoin again after being locked out of his Coinbase account for nearly a decade. During that time, the price of Bitcoin rose nearly 18,000%. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong posted on X, "We got this fixed. Account recovery complete."
Hang on a second.
Hold on.
You're telling me Durant had Bitcoin a decade ago?
Hold on. Check this out. In response to a viral tweet about Durant's access issues, Durant bought Bitcoin in 2016 after hearing about it from then teammates on the Golden State Warriors. At the time, Bitcoin traded between $360 and $1,000.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, that's still a huge jump.
Right.
I don't know why in my head I thought it was going to be way smaller than that either. I thought he got in really
He got in
early.
at $650 per coin.
Okay, it's over 100K
That's 100
now.
times, yeah,
I mean, that's a huge jump.
That's a giant
Giant
amount.
Yep.
So good for him because, feed your family.
Well, Boney, you're really good with your money.
I'm not that good.
But no, did you do the whole Bitcoin or
So
Doge?
you and I we had a conversation about this either on the air or off the air, probably off the air, where we were researching it. I think it was Corey, you and I talking about it, and it was between $1,000 and $2,000 when we had that conversation, and I did not pull the trigger at that time.
Same. Whoopsies.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Wasn't-
Yeah, we were in this studio talking about
And
it.
I've been working on a time machine ever since.
Yep.
Wasn't it Kevin McDermott that got in early on it and then told a bunch of his teammates about it? I thought that we had that conversation with him. Maybe I'm misremembering.
I don't know. That
Today,
dude's the best, though.
today,
love
it might
Kevin.
not matter whether you have Bitcoin or not because today may be the end of the world.
What?
The newest TikTok trend is preparing for the end of times. South African pastor recently said that it should arrive either today or tomorrow, noting he had a vision that the rapture was coming. That's the belief that some Christians will leave this world behind. We'll see, guys. While earlier predictions of the rapture or the end of the world haven't panned out quite yet. Some are online, giving advice online, and some are serious. Not a lot, but some are. It's rapture talk is what they're talking about. And I, for one, I'm ready.
It's sad for people that actually believe that. And the guy who's actually leading the whole thing is like, it could be today, maybe tomorrow. Maybe it's going to be Thursday. I don't know, but it's coming.
Sauce, it's today or tomorrow. What are you going to do?
Just go home, hug my family, hang out with them.
Jump into that merry-go-round, go back in time.
Yeah, correct. Bonus gets it.
The final meals?
I'll probably go to Manny's.
Could have gone last night.
Yeah. My wife.
But you didn't know it was the end of the world either.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'll probably go today.
But your wife works?
Yeah.
Today?
No, yes.
It's the end of the world.
No. Yeah, she works today.
Oh, boy. She should call in sick.
Well,
But I don't know if it's the end of the world for us, Cor.
yeah.
I think we have to stick around. I'm serious.
Yeah, because it's only the rapture people.
Yeah, you guys will have to work that morning.
It's only the good Christians like Paul.
And, well,
Yeah.
we'll see. Well, this is the last time we'll have you on the air, Boney. You're a good Christian.
Oh, it's going to be Thunderdome once you all are gone. It's going to be chaos.
Yeah, I'm going to guess you're going to be having some FOMO.
The rest of the building doesn't have to work, but you guys have to.
Oh, this whole building's going to be here.
Oh, God.
Everyone's going to still be here. I promise.
Certainly the traffic people.
Wow.
Why do you do that? Why do you do that? God, you're an enabler.
Hello, bear. Poke, poke.
Yeah, poke.
Boney.
Poke. And finally, there was a police response to a school in Albert Lea, Minnesota on Monday after the FBI identified an online threat. The Albert Lea Police Department and Freeborn County Sheriff's Office were informed at 7:30 a.m. that a potential threat of violence was intercepted, through social media monitoring. District 241 school officials were told about 15 minutes later, with all students already on school property, moved inside school buildings, with some schools entering secure mode, while police officers sent out local preparatory reports. At this time, the investigation remains ongoing. Details are limited. However, law enforcement and school authorities have confirmed that there is no active or ongoing threat to students or staff. I had read in another story that they did have a young lady as a suspect. So that stuff continues to happen. Be careful.
Of course it does.
Yep. And
You guys driven by Annunciation?
I have not. No.
It is. There are so many flowers that you can't believe how many flowers there are. They're like it's buckets, like those Home Depot 5-gallon buckets. There must be 200 of them around that school and around the driveway of that school. It's really impressive. That neighborhood is invested. So worth doing.
And let me lighten it up here as we go to break. Let me see what I got. No, don't want to do that. Boy, that's not positive at all. Well, that makes you upset. I'm not going to do that one. This one sucks. That's bad news.
Struggling to find good news?
Bad news. That one's about poke bowls. I'm not going to do that. Physical therapists say there are 7 posture mistakes that make us look older, and Sauce does all of them.
All right, let's go through these.
At the top of the list is slouching.
I do that, yeah.
Check.
Jutting your neck forward
He can't help that.
when you're texting.
Like this?
Exactly like that.
Yeah, that's how I hurt my neck. Yeah.
They
Waiting
add-
for Harbaugh.
Those
Yeah,
two
you
things
are correct.
alone can add years to your face.
Oh, boy.
Others include standing with locked rather than relaxed knees.
I do not do that. I'm desperately afraid that I'm going to pass out. So I move my knees all the time when I'm standing. True story.
You think
I
you're
do
going to
desperately
Yes.
afraid.
Yeah, because if you lock your
Does that
knees and
explain the
stand-
calves?
Yeah,
You're just
I do
constantly
this all the
exercising
time.
those calves?
Like I've
God,
been
you
in,
look desperate.
like I've been in, I don't know.
Couple of 3-ways.
Yeah.
I've been in a couple of weddings, and every
Buffet
time
lines?
I stand up, okay, just a hot dog. You got to do
You've
this.
been in a couple of weddings? Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we've heard about it. Trust me. We all suffered.
Besides my own.
Yeah, we were at both.
You didn't suffer at the second one.
No, he got to see her naked.
Yeah. And you ate 6 cupcakes at the first one.
No, it was 1.5.
And then never mind.
It was at least 6.
It was
at
1.5.
least 6.
You
Yeah.
keep saying that.
Then Hawk talked to my uncle, then my uncle realized Hawk was there.
Yeah, that's right.
Man,
Yeah, I do this all the time when I stand.
and you're shaking the microphone.
Sorry.
Rounded upper back from living on your
have that.
laptop.
I
A
have
dropped
that.
pelvis from having a big old Johnson and shuffling your feet while you work also add years. I don't know about any of that.
Shuffling your feet while you work.
Yeah, apparently if you keep moving your feet.
Is that the new whistle while you work?
I don't know, buddy. But
that drop pelvis thing is just, they get old.
That's a penalty now.
Gravity starts to pull.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll help you with your pelvis, brother.
That doesn't make you look older. That just happens when you're older.
Right.
Yeah.
Brand new, they were wrinkly.
Yeah, Chadwick on my email makes a good point. If the rapture happens, at least AJ won't beat us in initials anymore.
That's a good point.
So there you have it. See you later, AJ. Let's start that tournament now. There you go.
All right, sports. When we come back, Sauce will walk us through that. Muss is here. Bonus is here. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan. Yeah.
Mussman's over there. And it's not Monday, it's Tuesday.
What's up, buddy?
Hi, Mussman.
How are you, bud?
I'm pretty good, man. Pretty good. Things are just great. How about you?
Things are outstanding. Are you kidding me?
What?
Yeah, no, they're great. What? Why are you shocked by that?
Wow.
I got Vikings country coming up here tonight.
Yeah. Where you at?
We're at Shamrocks in St. Paul.
Great
place.
Love it.
You're heavy.
5:30 to 8:30. Thank you.
They got good cheese curds there, if I remember right. At Shamrocks.
Yeah, they got great food there, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what really matters.
Love it. 5:30 to 8:30. We're going to be there. You can win tickets in the Miller Lite Lounge to go watch your Minnesota Vikings, who are now 2-1.
I'm not a racist.
2-1.
2-1.
And who's going to be with you? Do we know?
Oh, what? Are you okay?
Are you fainting?
What's wrong, buddy?
I think he's having a fit.
Yeah, at some point we will find out who our guest is going to
So
be.
someone will be there with you tonight.
I prefer to think of it as a surprise.
Yes, it's going to be awesome.
And it doesn't matter who it is. It's always a great guest, and it's a Minnesota Viking.
Yeah.
I mean, who cares?
All right,
Yeah,
let's
we're going to
say
have
this.
games. We got prizes.
This is technically true. It might be J.J. McCarthy.
It possibly could be. Although injured players don't normally do.
I'm not saying it's likely. I'm just saying it might be. Because what you can't dismiss is what if he just goes to Shamrocks on his own and then whoever was booked doesn't show up and JJ's like, I'm a good dude. I'll jump on the show with you if you want.
Did you?
And then
see-
JJ McCarthy's the guest. It's possible.
They have
See if I can
Shamrock
find
Shakes.
this again. I love that place. Yeah,
They
that's what I'm
should.
saying.
They better have
Did you see this? I saw this stat that the Minnesota Vikings are 15-3 when Kevin O'Connell has a ginger starting at quarterback.
What?
Yeah.
What?
83.33% win rate that he has.
So that's Wentz and Darnold.
Yep.
Wow.
Man.
So, as also as somebody that the son doesn't love too much, I'm very excited.
The movie star.
Oh, wouldn't that be?
How many other
Carson
redheaded?
Wentz would be
I mean,
awesome
obviously
to
Andy
get.
Dalton's the big one. He was the Red Rifle. How many other redheaded quarterbacks have there even been?
Brad Johnson.
Was he?
Brad Johnson?
Was he?
Is that what you
I thought he
said?
was blondish.
Yeah,
Wasn't he like
yeah.
a dirty blonde?
Yeah.
Wow.
The dirty blonde.
I feel like he was a
dude
dirty
Dishwater
blonde.
Really
blonde.
handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carol Burnett.
Oh yeah, she could ball. Oh, the kid from Problem Child could sling it.
Yeah, he was great. Chucky was good.
Chucky was pretty good.
Yeah, he
Too
has
short
small
though.
hands, but yeah.
very short.
Yeah, but he's as tall as Kyler Murray.
Yeah, hid behind the line.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
girl with naturally curly hair on Charlie Brown.
Sure. Christina Hendricks, hell of a quarterback.
Yeah.
No, sorry, you don't, buddy.
No, sorry, you don't.
I
You're
haven't
not
seen
even
you in a
close
while,
to
but I
it.
bet you don't. I bet you don't. I don't think.
What if he dyes his hair red now?
Maybe he does. I know he has
And
to fire down below.
pigtails.
But who's
but
going to tell him any different?
Pigtails, like the gal from Wendy's.
Oh, man. Yeah.
All right, Sauce ready?
Blood!
Wow. That guy peed blood.
Nick Cage is weird, man.
How about how he and
How about
Charlie
it?
Sheen were like running mates?
You gotta remind me. We've got to talk about the Charlie Sheen documentary today. Please
Yeah.
remind me to do that. It's so wonderful.
It's wonderful.
And if it's 2 hours long, it's 2 parts. It's probably 3 hours.
It's 3. I think they're both an hour and a half.
Up until the last half hour, I never would have guessed how it was going to turn out. But
Yeah.
what a delight that movie
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's a delight.
Yeah.
A delight, I says.
Yeah.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip. Presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
Yay! All right. Your Minnesota Vikings battle the Steelers in Dublin at 8:30 on Sunday. Pre-game Mussy at 6:30.
Very excited about
both
that.
teams are 2-1, and your Vikings are a 2.5-point favorite. We will get an injury report tomorrow.
Yeah, and the Steelers barely hung on to win that game against the Patriots. Yeah, no, it'll be a good game, and I just can't believe, Hawk, how many days are you going to be gone?
Thursday to Monday. How many days is that?
12.
Most of them.
65.
Whoa.
Yeah, it'll be good, man. I'm excited.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is a long time.
But you get some time between the Dublin game and then the Browns game, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we'll be in London most of the time, or in England, I should say. Technically not.
Are you going to run into Andy?
Yeah, he's taking 3 days off. He's going to come down. We're going Horan, I believe, is what he's calling.
Oh
it.
my gosh, that's outstanding.
I don't know. It's a different thing over there, though. Doesn't mean the same thing there. I think it's another. They use it for fishing, I think, is what he calls it. I don't know.
Are you going to Ballsack?
I don't know if I'll go to South End. I'm excited about going to a place I've never been before. I hope I get to go there, but I also have to work.
That's where Andy
That's where he lives. He
lives.
lives in a town called Balsick by the Sea.
Yep.
Oh, Balsick. Okay. All right. It was like, it makes sense that Andy would
It's spelled
near
believe it or not,
Balsack.
it's spelled Ballsac, no K, and it's been there since the 13th century, and it's named by, named after a lord who was part of King George's assembly. What do you call
Ladies
that?
and gentlemen, Lord Balsack.
Balsick.
Yes, you know.
Lord Balsick. That's exactly true.
I wish I was a big deal on a morning show like in Ecuador, that they just randomly talked about me once in a while. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's got to be a trip that Andy's like, man, a show on the other side of the world brings me up every time my country gets mentioned.
Yeah.
If anybody in Ecuador is doing a show and wants a random dude from Minnesota just to be a listener, send me a link. I'll check out your podcast. If you mention me once in a while and just be like, Corey lives at Balsac by the Sea in Minneapolis. And then, I don't know, I want to be Ecuadorian famous.
Here's the thing about
Is that the right word?
the weird thing. It's a fishing village, Mussman, and you should look it up because it's really interesting. Because I went there once with my whole family and everything like that. Lord Balsick, that's where they invented, and he's credited with it, even though they think it wasn't him. He just took credit for it with inventing the tea bag, like literally the tea bag.
Of course.
Not because people were making tea for the longest time, but actually putting it in an actual bag. That's the town where
Is
Andy's
it
from.
like a swampy area there in
No,
Balsack?
it's literally right on the coast. You feel like a chilly. It feels like North Carolina in winter because it's not very warm there. And there's a casino, 3 of them, right there on the old boardwalk.
Does it get smaller when it's cold?
You're being funny. I'm being serious.
Chris being serious.
Everything I've told you is true, but it does sound like I'm making jokes, but I'm not. That is true. It's that's where Camila Cabello is from. There's a lot of famous people
Happy birthday,
from there as well.
Camila Cabello.
Hey, can you get me a hoodie when you're there at Balsack?
I could if you'd like.
That'd be nice.
Why, you're missing part of your hood?
Yeah. Oh. Let's see here. Week 3 of the NFL season ended with an outstanding game between the Lions and the Ravens. The Lions won 38-30. The Lions ran for 224 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Lions and the Vikings and the Packers are all 2-1. The Ravens are 1-2.
This is dumb, but I say it all the time, and so does everybody else when it comes to sports, because it just seems insane. But if you had told me before the game, because you had a time machine, that Lamar Jackson was going to go 21 of 27 for 288, 3 touchdowns, and have a passer rating of 148.1. You say, congratulations, the Ravens are the winners.
Yeah.
Here's some money.
That was not the case.
Well, they shut
What
down.
a monster game by Lamar.
They shut down Henry, too.
away.
Big time.
Yes.
The Lions.
And now
He
he's
fumbled, right?
3 fumbles,
Yeah.
I believe, this season, and 2 of them killers, right?
Yes.
Basically, both losses are on him.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't want to think
Scoring
that, but
potential. And
yeah.
Done, yeah.
He acted like that loss was on him.
Yep.
Like he's thinking that.
He hates this helmet.
Yeah, brilliant.
He does not like that.
Week 4 opens with the Seahawks at the Cardinals at 7:15. The Cardinals are 1.5-point favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, short week, all that nonsense.
It'd be awesome to watch
That's every
that
week for me,
later
buddy.
in the afternoon after we do the pregame.
No, that's on Thursday.
That's
Oh,
the
Thursday night.
game.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's the best part of the Vikings playing at 8:30.
No,
then
it's
you have
not.
a full
Oh, it's
day
the
of
best.
football in front of you.
Every
Yes,
game
there's
should
no
be at
best
8:30.
part.
No, yes, because then the game will end at like 11:45. Then you just roll into the. Yeah, it's the best.
Rolling.
Love it. I wish they all played at 8:30.
Same.
I wish
More
you'd
football.
Go home.
Are you and Max going to do your show afterwards?
No, we only do that for noon games.
Why?
Oh.
And Maxo's in lovely old Dublin.
Well, you can do it live from Dublin.
Yeah.
Get a vibe of the scene.
Max is in Dublin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he left last night.
Wow.
And then he's going
Hello.
to London.
I love how he travels so much.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
It's
his
not
coffee
something that I can do.
drinking?
I'm going to drink it. Yep. Unless you want it.
Musk might
You bought
want it. No, I don't need
Musk
it.
doesn't drink coffee.
Kara, you like coffee? Maybe Kara wants it.
I offered it to her.
He did offer it to me. It's actually sitting in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not drinking it though.
She said, "quote That's what Max drinks."
Why? What did he order?
It was like a turtle mocha
Yeah, it's a turtle mocha.
I wonder why it's called that.
because it's caramel and chocolate.
Yeah,
Yes.
but the
And THC?
turtles aren't made of caramel or chocolate.
Yeah, but like all turtle things is just caramel chocolate. You just don't question it, you know.
I do question it.
He is now.
I do question it. I question it. I don't understand. I don't understand it. If I squeezed a turtle, would chocolate or caramel come out of it?
Like you have never squeezed
Sauce.
the turtle.
Do you like turtles?
Yeah,
The food, not the animal.
yeah,
You do.
yeah.
If you found out today that all of it included a little piece of an actual turtle, would you still eat them?
Probably not.
Why? It's the same thing. You've been eating them for decades.
I would feel bad. Hold on, I'm writing down "squeeze the turtle."
For what? Podcast title? Oh, you're posting the podcast while Zach's out?
I'm not posting it. I'm coming up with the titles.
Is somebody else going to spell check?
Yes, Corey,
Who? Who's going to do that?
Mr. Madden.
Lord Balsick.
Yeah, Lord Bulsock. Just relax. It'll be fine. My phone spells checks for me.
Do you remember? So back in the day before Zach
Spells
posted the
checks your ass
podcast,
can't cash.
Sauce posted the
Spells
Power
check.
Trip podcast for years. And I'm not even exaggerating. That's when we just did one podcast kind of per day, right before
Yeah.
we split it up into
Yeah.
3. And I would say about 3 out of the 5 days, it would be like Power Trip, 9/23/25. And the title, it would just say, Hawk died.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. And even though I
Almost every day. And it's like, this is just, Jesus. It was so
Copy
embarrassing.
paste. Here we go.
Oh, Hawk died
and it would be incredible. It would be incredible the amount of flowers and emails I would get from people
see?
telling me to rest in
Ugh.
peace, and I'd be like, "But I'm back
Yeah.
and better than ever."
No, Zach does it. Sauce, it's a little bit like, when Lieber used to say he would go to the mall with his wife and then be such a baby about shopping that she never asked him to go again.
Yeah.
You did so many spelling errors, grammar errors. It was such a disaster that eventually we were like, Paul, we can't have you posting the podcast anymore.
Yeah.
One thing more off your plate.
Yes, correct. That's the Homer Simpson thing. If you don't want to do something, do it half-assed. They'll never ask you
They'll
to do it
never
again.
ask you to do it again.
Yeah.
Hober?
Oh, yeah, Homer Simpson. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You'd think I would have gotten fired.
Nope.
But
Just
here I am.
one less thing to do.
But here I am.
Luckily, you work for almost free.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I love you guys. Thanks for having me.
Title of the podcast, Squeeze the Turtle.
Correct.
10 years ago, it would have
So
been
far-
Hawk died, exclamation point.
So far, I have Muss died.
For the description? Oh, okay, good.
I'm just going to call
so
Hawk
honored.
died.
Yep, okay.
Muss joins the show and Hawk dies.
Yep,
That's
there
how I'm
it
doing.
is.
You encouraged it.
There it is. Vikings news is next. And hey, look, we got some surprise bad news yesterday. We'll talk about that after this.
Hey,
Power
don't
Trip Morning
forget,
Show.
by the way, Jonathan Grenard today.
Oh, what time? 8, what? 30, 40?
Was it 8:20?
I don't know.
Now you're making me second guess myself. But he's on in the 8 o'clock hour. I know
Love that dude, Jonathan Grenard. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
Hey, Corey, didn't you always think that they always knew from the very beginning that Back to the Future was going to be 3 parts?
There's no way they could have thought about the Old West one.
See, I'd always heard that they filmed them like at the same time. But that is not true.
No, they definitely didn't film them all at the same time because the actors aren't even the same.
Well, how about that? Did you know that what's his face?
Crispin Glover.
Wasn't in the second, third one. They used
Right.
a guy in prosthetics.
Yeah, for
to
sure.
look
You
like
can
him.
tell. It's definitely
that
not
weird?
him. And of course, they swapped out the one gal for Elizabeth
Yeah,
Shue.
yeah. They didn't even address it. They
Nope,
just swapped
just a
it
different
out.
gal.
How about that?
Yeah.
Why they didn't do that with Crispin Glover? I have no idea.
Why is he not in the second and third?
Because he wanted $1 million, and they said no, thank you.
So that I'm sure that's part of it. Now, what he has been trying to say the last couple of years, he might be doing some revisionist history. Crispin Glover claims that he did not like the end of the first one because remember at the end of the first one, George McFly is rich because he's like an author. He's got like a bunch of money. Marty gets a brand new truck.
Yeah.
And Crispin claims that he didn't like that the whole moral of the story was if you get rich, then you're happy.
Yeah,
that money buys happiness.
Right.
Because, the McFlys
Yet
are
he held
struggling.
out for more money.
Well,
Right.
and it may be a combination of the two. He's like, I hated the ending of that. You give me $1 million, I'll do it. If not, screw you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hawk Mutt. Yeah,
Right,
you guys are probably right.
Because the McFlys are struggling because, Biff kicked his ass 30 years ago, right? Like, he's always kind of been under Biff's thumb, but not when they go back and change things.
How about, by the way, and the lady on the podcast, what is it called? I just said it a few moments ago.
What went wrong?
Yeah, what went wrong? She makes the point that I'd never thought of before. They're like, yeah, sure, Biff basically physically assaulted me in the front seat of that car, but he can wash, he's
He'll wash my car.
I'll let him wash our cars.
Right.
He's just old Biff. It's okay, sure.
Right.
He's problematic as hell. But,
Biff shouldn't be allowed
poor
within.
guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we let him wash the cars.
Yeah.
And of course, then the all-time question is, if you even for a week had a really strong crush on somebody in high school, wouldn't you remember that person's face if you named your kid Marty?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And then 16 years later, you're like, you look exactly like the kid I had a crush on.
The
Like
look on their
exactly.
face.
Correct.
The look on their face at the end of the movie always made me think they knew.
And if you're George McFly
Yes.
and you see your son Marty, who
Yeah.
you were friends with during 1955,
Right.
wouldn't you be like, Marty's the dad?
Yeah.
This looks exactly like the kid you had a crush on. You slept with Marty.
Yeah, what the hell,
And you
man?
named him Marty because you slept with him.
Did he spit?
I don't think so. I asked for the kid to be named George Jr., and you
Yeah.
were adamant that we're
Right.
naming the kid Marty.
Right.
And now he looks exactly like him. You cheated on me.
Yeah.
Wow.
With Calvin Klein.
Yep.
Yeah. The underwear guy. What's your
Man.
favorite one of those, Hawk?
The Western one is the
Yeah.
best.
Oh,
of them
God,
all.
it's the worst by a mile.
They name him
bad.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, Hawk loves it.
I love that.
Yeah.
So
man.
good. I just love those films, man. I'm sorry.
I just mentioned, I think a week or two ago, they're putting it back in for the 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
They're putting it back in theaters.
Which-
I was 5 years old when it came out. I never saw Back to the Future in the theater. I'm definitely going to go see it. It would be awesome.
Yeah.
Seeing Jaws in the theater was an awesome experience.
Oh, you did
awesome.
go?
Did you
Yeah,
go?
because I had never seen it in the theater. I wasn't born in 1975.
Haven't you not seen it, Bonus?
We were planning on going and seeing it 2 weeks ago in the theater, and we bailed out. So
Oh,
no, I have
you-
never seen the movie, and I
Oh,
did not see it in
boy.
the
You
theater.
never seen
It's
Jaws?
still
Never
showing
seen
in
the
St.
movie.
Michael.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Go see it in the
Do you
theater
have
before
a
it's out of
television
theaters.
in your house?
I was talking to
Doesn't
Caleb
it just
Truex.
show up every once in a while?
Last night, I talked to Caleb Truex about this exact thing. He went and took his family and saw Jaws on the drive-in theater in St. Michael because we both go to the same theater. He lives in St. Michael. He's right. He's like, this was the greatest ever.
Yep.
Seeing it on a giant screen as opposed to it just changes
Yeah,
everything.
It's the way to see
It
it.
is everything.
It
yeah.
does, man. And
John, you can
see
still do it.
St. Michael
Is it
Theater.
still there? Still in
It's still
theaters?
there. Still there.
At St. Michael. All right.
Yeah, that's a great theater. man.
It is a great theater.
You got to go watch that.
I know.
And there's a bar, by the way.
And
We
good
were
for
just
you
so tired.
for never ever watching
I don't
it
think he
before.
heard
You
that
get
part.
to have that experience in the
Yes,
theater.
right.
You said,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's 1975 all over again.
It's like Close Encounters. The guy says to to Richard Dreyfuss, "I envy you."
I've not seen that.
You've not seen Close
Close
Encounters?
Encounters?
No.
Really?
I do know
That's
that
great.
he makes like a mountain out of mashed potatoes. I always love that.
Yeah, you've
part.
been close to counters, right? When
Yeah.
you're getting served.
Yeah, my gut hangs over a counter when I sit down. Well, you guys
Plus,
have
you
driven me
love
times.
diners.
Yeah, Al's breakfast. A+. Hey, I have a question.
Paul, your hands up.
Anybody want grease on the Ryder Cup?
How can you actually, like, What? So you're just going to go either Europeans?
I'll
or
just take
American?
the opposite of what Corey wants.
Oh.
U.S. is minus 150, Europe is plus 170.
Because it would be sweet to actually be able to bet on the Ryder Cup.
I don't know.
You're going to take the opposite of whatever side I want?
Yeah.
Fine. I want
Quite
super
frankly.
attractive women.
I don't know.
What are you going to take?
I meant in the golf.
Oh, I don't want to bet on the Ryder Cup.
It's time for
Is that this
Vikings
weekend?
news.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to watch it, so.
He's going to go see Jaws. Thanks, Radko.
Thank you, Radko. Here's your top story as reported by Power Trip Bets.
Harrison Smith is out with a fractured penis.
Not true.
I don't know.
But Vikings rookie guard Donovan Jackson is going to miss a couple of weeks. He underwent. No, I don't think he pissed blood. I think he had wrist surgery. He's going to miss both the Dublin game and the London game, although the Vikings say the plan is for him to take the trip. He's going to be on the trip, but apparently not play. Mike Mussman, the weird thing, though, is that he suffered the injury against Atlanta, not Cincinnati. So he played through the injury against the Bengals because the Vikings believed that he could not injure it any further. But for whatever reason, they're just like, look, this isn't getting better. Let's just wrap this thing up. So they had, I think he had surgery in L.A., and the Vikings do not believe he will be on short-term IR, which means he missed 4.
Totally old lineman. Seriously. Any other player on the field, they even just like tweak just a little bit, and they are like, tapping their head and they want to get out. Old linemen, you look at them get rolled over and they just get their ass beat. And they get up and they slowly go back to the huddle, but they don't come out of the game. They're just tough bastards.
Yeah.
And he has played so well. It's one of those, the cardinal rule is that if you don't hear his name, he's playing pretty good.
He's played really well. Baldy did a breakdown of him yesterday.
Oh, I saw that.
It was outstanding.
Yeah.
That's that they call him.
Yeah.
I just had a joke that would have gotten me fired.
Yeah, or at least looked at weird as you walk down the hallway here.
What's oh?
Yeah, because he got 2 blocks on that particular touchdown.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
I know what you're talking about.
Jonathan Grenard, by the way, today at 8:40 on the Power Trip Morning Show. We'll talk to Jonathan
sweet.
Grenard. You haven't gotten a chance to talk to Jonathan with us, Mussman. He's always the best.
He is so awesome. I've heard you guys do the interviews with him here, and he's just, he's spectacular.
Yep.
And he's played so well. And it doesn't show up in like the box score necessarily, but
How many times have you seen a sack that was his fault that somebody else got? Yeah. I mean, Van Ginkel
got 2 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
that's-
Dallas in the Falcons game got one of them.
That was the one I was going to ask Grenard about. I still can. Is so he almost gets Browning.
Yeah.
Just barely misses him, and then Van Ginkel comes in and just crushes him.
Yeah.
And Jonathan's kind of walking away like, man, I should have had him. And Van Ginkel kind of doesn't celebrate because he walks over to Grenard like, thanks, man. Like, almost like, that's basically you. Like, that's
Right.
you
Played
pretty much got
7
him.
plays. Van Ginkel did. He only played 7 plays.
Dallas
That
too
was,
plays a lot. Yeah.
that was his snap count?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Am I right about that, Saucy? Didn't I read that?
I think it's 7 or 8, and he had 2 sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Think
he
of all the
didn't play a
toys
lot.
we got back
Because
last
I
week.
kept when Hawk and I were watching, I'm like, Hawk, I don't think Van Ginkel's gone in yet. He stood on the sidelines a lot.
Yeah.
But we got Darisaw back.
Darisaw is a huge
Hitman,
huge
even
difference.
though his crank is broken.
I want to talk more to Benjamin on Thursday. He pointed out again on Barrera last night, which is those two are great together because they almost argue. I love it. Makes me uncomfortable. I love it. But he was talking about how much help Darisaw got.
Yeah,
a
lot of chips.
He mentioned Thielen a lot.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're using Thielen in about 1 million different ways right now. And I don't know if that has to do with CJ Ham being out or what the deal is, but Darisaw got a lot of help, which is fine. I mean, that's great, and we're learning as we go. Obviously, he played very well as well, but apparently that happened a lot, Mussman.
If you watch a lot of plays, Thielen he's blocking so well. And he's doing his job, but man, does he get crushed. He just gets, every time, every play,
Right.
he is just down on the ground. He gets rolled over. He gets picked up and thrown down.
But the job
he's
is to
playing
get in
tough,
somebody's
man.
way.
Yeah.
That is the job, to disrupt their rush or their path to the ball carrier.
But let's go back to before they acquired Adam Thielen, right? When we were talking about, well, what's the plan for these first 3 games without Jordan Addison? And for those of us that were cool with them bringing Thielen back, it's like, well, it's not just about the first 3 games. It's when Addison comes back and it's Jefferson 1, Addison 2, even if Thielen's 3 or 4, because Naylor's playing really well.
He is, yeah.
Yes. And Carson obviously has a connection with Naylor.
But I'm just saying,
saw that in his last game.
Now you have 4 legitimate options at wide receiver. That doesn't even take into account
I almost wonder if
Hawkinson or Oliver.
Anyway. I almost wonder if when Addison comes back, if we end up trading somebody. I mean, who is? It does seem like an embarrassment of riches. And I know injuries happen, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But with the way injuries are affecting us at other positions, I wonder if somebody comes.
But it's also amazing how it went from a position where you're like, oh, wow.
Exactly.
We got great depth, and all of a sudden it's like, ooh.
Well, we were worried because of these first 3 games, and we're through those first 3 games, and KFC talks about that here.
It's phenomenal to get him back. Although we've had to kind of weather the storm a little bit early on. Anytime you can get such impactful players back, it's critical. And I think Jordan, I know he's going to be in great shape. He's been able to be in the building and be in meetings and things to stay sharp mentally. And so now it'll just be getting him a full week of work.
I'm going to do something you're not allowed to do on sports radio, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
I was wrong about Addison. It was a great pick by us. I didn't think we needed a wide receiver when we took him. But how great is he, and how excited can we be about having him back in this offense? I think it's going to help JJ, Justin Jefferson, more than anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, think about when Jets went down, was it last year?
Yeah.
And Addison was number 1.
I think he may
was
be JJ
fantastic.
Mack's favorite receiver.
Yes.
Which, are we to the point now with some of the stuff that was said yesterday, and Seifert wrote an article?
That's what he does, though.
Are we 100% sure J.J. McCarthy will be the quarterback again?
Yes.
Unless Carson gets hurt?
I am after listening to Ben. Yes, I am.
I mean,
After
honestly,
1 game?
Well, we talked about this in the
This is what we
pregame.
think after 3 games.
We talked about this in the pregame.
Yeah.
Is that, you throw the scenarios out there, and if he goes 250, 260 for the
Not
next.
that heavy. He's
Wow.
Right. No, but if he throws for 260 yards per game in the next couple of games, has like 4 touchdowns, maybe just 1 pick. I don't know. I think after the bye week and going into the Eagles, I think you got to go with the hot hand.
But here's what Ben's point was to that. Do you want J.J. McCarthy's first game back to be against the Eagles?
Yeah, but
I do
or
agree
any
with
of
that.
those other defenses. You want his first game back to be against Cleveland?
Yeah,
I guess
do
Cleveland's
you?
pretty good too. I
Really,
guess you're right.
because the Browns
Yeah, I
defense,
guess you're
I don't
right.
know if you've seen that.
I'm gonna turn my mic off.
that defense is better than Philly's.
Yeah, right. You can
The
get off
second
me
he's
now.
healthy, you got to throw him back in there.
You think so?
Because again, the thesis statement for 2025 is figure out what you have. That's I know there are people
But are
like
we better than that though?
It's
Yes.
like in hockey. If you got a
I
goaltender
don't know,
that's
man.
on a heater, you keep that goaltender in there, even if it's not the starter.
This isn't a 1 in, this isn't
we're
a
talking
1 in
sports.
5 team, right? If in 2 weeks, if they're 4-1 with Carson Wentz, I don't know, man. This is a team built to win. This is not a team like the Panthers were or some of these bad teams with young quarterbacks where it's okay if we lose because A, we need to see if the quarterback's good, and B, if we get a good draft pick, that's fine. This team is built to win.
All right, hang on though. This is the point that Ben made yesterday, and I think it's the 100% right take. They didn't sign Aaron Rodgers. They didn't re-sign Sam Darnold.
Right.
There were so many other options they could have. They went all in on J.J. McCarthy. You're not going to say, well, Carson Wentz is playing okay. You either go back to J.J. McCarthy or he's not the guy.
But can I counter that? And here's and I know I'm talking literally out of both sides of my mouth. I don't know how not to. By the way, I guess I could talk like this. How long did Aaron Rodgers sit behind Brett Favre?
Just 4 years.
Yes,
You don't have to play. If you have somebody playing well, you don't have to play your rookie. You can allow them to season, can't you?
We also have more data than we had.
Correct.
Yes.
100%.
In the we saw J.J. McCarthy the first
He's been
2
good
games.
for 1 quarter.
He also didn't have Darisaw, right?
Fair.
Carson Wentz had so much more time.
I honestly don't think he's been given a fair shake at
No.
this point. Like I think those people who are saying, "Oh, he's not the guy," aren't paying attention to what he has had to put up with in terms of it. But
And we're
point
acting like
remains.
Wentz threw for 450
No, you're
yards.
right.
He was much better than McCarthy
okay.
was.
He was okay.
He was okay. He was solid. It wasn't like, God dang, you can't take this guy out. No, you can. Of course you can.
And he had the luxury of playing with a lead against a team with a backup quarterback that had no chance of coming back.
Well, and I know you go 14 of 20. He's got 173 yards, throws a couple touchdowns,
Very
rating
solid.
of 129.8. But here's the thing, because you kind of some people are playing down those numbers. Okay, he had 2 defensive touchdowns, as you mentioned. Mason goes for 116 on the ground and a couple of touchdowns. Not to mention the great field position that the Vikings had in that game.
Which side are you arguing right now? I don't understand. No, I'm serious.
Could be either.
So what are you saying?
Right.
What I'm saying is that Carson Wentz didn't have to put up big numbers.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
In that game, and so to say that he just managed it well. Well, yeah, he did, but also had a great opportunity to actually play well. You have 5 turnovers, for crying out loud.
There is that.
So, I mean, again, if he goes the next couple of games, he goes versus the Steelers,
right.
He puts up big numbers, they get the win. I don't know. I think you let him play against the Browns.
I'll tell you what, it isn't, man, I could literally argue it either way. I'm glad I don't have to make the decision. But I do believe, and I said this yesterday, I wish JJ had a chance to play in Sunday's game.
Yeah, he needed that.
To get that kind of a matchup, kind of a defensive effort, so he could have taken the pressure off and just played like JJ and gotten his feet underneath him a little bit. I do think we missed an opportunity there, and nobody's fault. Obviously, it's too bad.
Yeah, this is definitely not an anti-Carson Wentz take. It's just a pro-JJ McCarthy take. We waited all offseason to let the kid have the reins. That's why we didn't have Rodgers or Darnold. It's the kid's turn.
It's not his fault, but unfortunately, he now is injury prone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you can't play, you can't get out on the field.
Can't make the club in the tub.
Exactly. I'm just saying. I really am a JJ fan. But
sounds like it.
I am.
2 weeks ago, we wanted to build a statue for the kid, and now we want Carson Wentz to start over him. No offense to Carson, but put the kid back in the second he's healthy, man. I'm on Team JJ.
Jobs are on the line for wins, and so you put the best.
Whose job is on the line this year?
John Creasel's.
Wow.
Nobody's job's on the line this year.
No.
I'm pretty sure
KLC was the coach of the year last year. Flores is going to get any job he wants. That dude's a master.
And if he doesn't, he'll be the highest paid defensive coordinator in football.
Yeah, that stuff turns real quick, though.
Yeah.
I agree, but again, the main goal of this year is figuring out if we have a franchise quarterback. Hopefully we can win and figure that out.
No.
Entries below have been.
What's the main goal?
The main goal is to win.
That's right.
The main goal every year in the NFL is to win. You just talked about windows of opportunity earlier in the thing. Take a look at the 49ers and where they have been 2 years later. The main goal is to win. If this team was not built to rebuild.
Do you think Carson Wentz gives us a better chance to win the Super Bowl than JJ McCarthy?
I think you don't have to make that decision for 2 more weeks, and that's when you make that decision.
Hey, by the way, I don't know why you're even talking to him, Corey. Bonus is no longer in Power Trip Survivor. He doesn't know anything about football.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even know what he's
doing. The saddest thing about that is I thought all weekend that I'd picked the Bills. I didn't even remember that I picked the Packers. I was safe.
We lost another last night.
I was sweating out Thursday night's game because I thought I'd picked the Bills.
Did you know we lost another in last night?
Oh, did we?
Somebody had Baltimore last night.
What?
Wow.
The administrator of our league.
No, Power Trip did.
It says admin bets right here had Baltimore last night.
I don't think he's
not
in
in
it,
it. He just has to pick a team or it kicks him out of the bet.
I don't think he's actually in the
is
bet.
It Power Trip bets? So he's not. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he would have been eliminated last night. So you suck, Power Trip
take
bets.
that, Steve.
That's what you get for not making me one of the top quotes of the week last week, Bets. Yeah, I listen, mister.
That was an actual sports segment.
It was, man, we did good.
8 o'clock hour. When we come back, headlines, Fan 5, Jonathan Grenard. Lots to get to between now and 9 o'clock on The Fan.
The Fan.